in truth, I don't really know where this one is going to go because I do have a lot on my mind, but as it stands, I don't really feel like it is very congruent. So I'm just going to give it a go and see what happens, really. Because the thought that has been at the forefront of my mind since last night is the art of doing the least needed to make the most impact in any given situation. Now, to be specific, that idea speaks to me the most when it comes to communication and human to human interaction. And whilst it's something that has always been in the back of my mind, it was brought to the forefront of my mind last night after going to Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers tour. And I was in awe of his ability to do exactly that, the bare minimum to make a huge amount of impact. Now, just for some context, in his performance, it was very much a performance of how would I explain it? Music event. So what I mean by that is it felt more like a theatre show than somewhere where you go to listen to music and just you lose your mind. You find yourself getting entranced almost, not literally, but almost by the aura of the performance and everything, all the thought that has gone into it. And the thing that stood out to me the most was the little movement and in some moments the little speech that he used in order to create a huge impact. There were moments in the show where he just sat still. There was moments in the show where he just stood still. There was moments in the show where he was dancing, but he was barely moving. And that left me speechless, I'll be honest. That left me mind boggled, because whilst I always, being a student of, I guess you could say, social dynamics from a young age, always understood the importance of doing as little as possible in order to make the most impact. He took it to a whole nother level. He had 20,000 people cheering his name, chanting his name, after standing still for just a minute and staring at the crowd. Now, that was crazy to me. And aligned with the slight change in the way I've been working out in these past couple of days, it made me think, like, okay, well, how can I apply this to training? Because I'm a big believer that in life, like, everything is, how do I put it? Everything is one, and there is only everything, to put it simply. So if that principle is relevant and prominent for communication, whether it be on a small scale with one person or on a large scale to 20,000 people in a stadium, then in some way, shape or form, it is relevant to training. And up until the last couple of days, I'd been somebody who could spend anywhere up to 3 hours in the gym. And whilst I wouldn't be going hell for leather for 3 hours, absolutely destroying myself, a lot of time would be spent thinking and processing, deciphering what I want to do next, exploring my body, understanding how it feels, so on and so forth, and then figuring out the best form of attack. The recent workouts, due to the heightened intensity, have required far less time. And in the last couple of days with these workouts, I don't feel as if I'm losing anything that I was gaining with the way I used to train, which was a lot more strength focused. I also feel like I'm gaining a lot more. Yesterday, I was in my warm down closer to the splits than I ever have been. And I didn't particularly feel extremely warm at the time like I would after a grappling session, for example. But the way I had trained, for whatever reason, had triggered my muscle fibers to be extremely mobile and strong in that range of movement. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel like I was forcing myself into it. So then that got me thinking, okay, well, maybe there is a trick to this. As somebody who isn't yet at a point in life where I just kind of want to chill out and just live an extremely simple life, especially from a physical perspective, maybe strength training in its entirety isn't for me right now. And skipping some sort of explosive activities that in some cases could leak into like some sort of strength cardio hit type of workout, dare I say it. Maybe that is what my body needs right now, considering that I am still asking it to be used as a weapon. Maybe these shorter, more intense, more dynamic, whilst still strength-inducing workouts are the key for me. Maybe. I don't know. I feel good. I don't feel stiff. I haven't felt stiff. The stretching's been way more consistent, so I can't attribute it to just the training itself, but it's definitely food for thought, and it's definitely something that I'm going to play with and think on a lot over the next few weeks and see how it translates to my martial arts as well, because I've never actually done any sort of training that would, in theory, directly benefit my martial arts training. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this thought takes me, see where it goes, and yeah, get to work on it. Again, if you made it this far, thank you very much, and see you tomorrow.